The complex and multifaceted relationship between Japan and America spans centuries, marked by periods of isolation, conflict, cooperation, and cultural exchange, shaping not only the trajectories of both nations but also influencing global geopolitics, economics, and culture in profound ways. Early interactions between Japan and the United States began in the mid-19th century when Commodore Matthew Perry's black ships arrived in Tokyo Bay in 1853, compelling Japan to end its self-imposed Sakoku isolation policy and open its ports to Western trade, an event that triggered a wave of modernization during the Meiji Restoration as Japan sought to emulate Western industrialization and military prowess while fiercely guarding its sovereignty. This era laid the groundwork for Japan's transformation from a feudal society into a rapidly industrializing nation, yet it also sowed seeds of tension as Japan pursued imperial ambitions in Asia, leading to competition with American interests in the Pacific. The early 20th century saw growing mistrust between the two nations, exacerbated by Japan's expansionist policies, including its annexation of Korea and invasion of Manchuria, which clashed with U.S. advocacy for the open-door policy in China and its increasing economic sanctions against Japan, culminating in the devastating surprise attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, a date President Franklin D. Roosevelt famously declared would live in infamy, propelling the United States into World War II and setting the stage for a brutal Pacific theater where battles like Midway, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa defined the struggle for dominance, ultimately ending with Japan's unconditional surrender in August 1945 following the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, an act that remains controversial to this day, symbolizing both the devastating power of nuclear weapons and the beginning of a new chapter in U.S.-Japan relations. In the post-war period, under the guidance of General Douglas MacArthur and the Allied occupation, Japan underwent sweeping reforms, democratizing its political system, dismantling militarism, and rebuilding its economy with significant American aid through initiatives like the Marshall Plan, fostering a unique dynamic where former adversaries became staunch allies amidst the emerging Cold War landscape. By the 1950s and 1960s, Japan emerged as an economic powerhouse, fueled by innovations in manufacturing, electronics, and automobiles, industries that often competed directly with American companies, sparking debates over trade imbalances, protectionism, and intellectual property rights, even as Japanese brands like Toyota, Sony, and Nintendo became household names in the United States, reflecting the deepening interdependence of their economies. Culturally, the exchange flowed both ways. Americans embraced elements of Japanese art, cuisine, martial arts, and pop culture, from sushi and karate to anime and video games, while American music, film, fashion, and technology profoundly influenced Japanese youth and consumer markets, creating a vibrant cross-pollination that reshaped global entertainment and lifestyle trends. Politically, the U.S.-Japan alliance solidified as a cornerstone of security strategy in the Asia-Pacific region, anchored by the Treaty of Mutual Cooperation and Security signed in 1960, which allowed for the stationing of U.S. military bases in Japan, a presence viewed by some Japanese citizens as a necessary deterrent against regional threats but criticized by others as a relic of occupation and infringement on national sovereignty. Over subsequent decades, the partnership faced challenges ranging from disputes over base realignments in Okinawa to differing approaches toward North Korea's provocations, China's rise, and climate change, yet it endured due to shared democratic values, economic ties, and strategic alignment against common adversaries. Natural disasters such as the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami further highlighted the strength of U.S.-Japan solidarity, as Operation Tomodachi demonstrated America's commitment to aiding its ally during times of crisis, reinforcing public goodwill and underscoring the humanitarian dimension of their bond. Today, Japan stands as one of America's closest allies, cooperating on cutting-edge research in fields like artificial intelligence, space exploration, and renewable energy, while jointly addressing pressing global issues such as cybersecurity, pandemics, and supply chain resilience. At the same time, the legacy of historical grievances continues to linger beneath the surface, reminding both nations of the importance of reconciliation, mutual respect, and ongoing dialogue in navigating the complexities of their intertwined histories. Through triumphs and tragedies, cooperation and competition, the story of Japan and America serves as a testament to the enduring capacity of nations to evolve beyond conflict, forge meaningful partnerships, and contribute to a more interconnected and peaceful world, offering lessons in diplomacy, adaptation, and the enduring power of human connection across cultures.